Alright, hello. We are recording right now, and I wanted to give my first impressions on the Disventure Camp Fans versus Favorites cast, uh, because whatever the fuck. I should probably actually name these, tiers. Uh, please go far. Very excited to see back. Uh, get off my screen. They're alright. Wait, no. They're alright. And then waiting to see more. Actually more like that, and then okay. As of recording this, Fans vs. Favorites comes out very, very soon. And, like, at the end of this week soon. And I wanted to give some first impressions, first thoughts on this cast. You don't need me to explain this, how this works and stuff. So let's just go on with it. Gabby. Gabby used to be, my favorite character in Disventure Camp. Season 1, back when it was coming out, I was rooting for her to win. Obviously she didn't, and that sucked. And in All-Stars, I was rooting for her to win as well, and yeah, again, that sucked. She didn't. She got the curse of 8th place twice in a row. But I don't feel like that's gonna happen here. I feel like she's gonna get it out much sooner. And Gabby, I guess I'm just waiting to see... I don't know. My opinions on Gabby have she's just kind of worn off for me. Like, she's better in small doses. And she's just kind of been growing a bit stale, I guess. You know, her tricks get a bit old. I guess you could say I'm waiting to see more. You know, I don't really mind what she does, because she's cute, and she's a positive energy, and I like her. But I wouldn't say I'm excited to see her back, though. Oh well, we'll just wait and see. Alec. Now, I don't think he's going very far, but I am excited to see him again. I forgot how good he was. I was watching Voice Under the Covers. I was watching their, Disventure Camp watch-through, and I forgot just how much I liked Alec. Like, I forgot. I wanted him to, like, make it to the finale in Season 1, and I wanted him to win All-Stars, which... I mean, we all wanted someone to win All-Stars who wasn't fucking Jake or Rhea, right? Or Allie. But, yeah, I mean, I don't have much complex thoughts on him either. I have more to say about a lot of the fans than the favorites, so let's just get through this. Overstasia. Get the fuck off my screen. I need this bitch to go home as soon as possible. Like, as soon as she possibly can, I want her gone. But I know she's not gonna. She's just gonna be like Reboot Julia, where she goes super far again. And she was already fucking Rhea 2.0 already, who made 2 deep runs and didn't deserve either of them. I don't know, Overstasia is just... She's just fucking generic mean girl. Fucking Rhea 2.0. I do not care for her. She's just another fucking girl boss character. And I'm not excited to see her back. And I'm not excited for her to stick around again for, like, a long time. Is my mic picking? Yeah. Like, I just... I guess I'm a little happy to see her back, just because I like her a little. But not really. Whatever. Going down the list, Benji is kind of like Gabby, where I like him, but, you know, he kind of wore off. I don't know, it's just... The one thing I wanted to see of him, which was more Hannah and more Tristan, isn't going to be coming back, and I know he's got, like, a friendship with Allie that's gonna start forming, but, like, I don't know, I'm just not very interested in it. I don't find Benji all that funny as the Redditors claim he is. I mean, he's funny, right, and he helps a lot, but, you know, he's just not my kind of humor. Excuse my Dr. Pepper. And so, you know, that's kind of my quick thoughts on Benji. Allie, now this is going to be a bit controversial. I'm very excited to see Allie come back. I had zero thoughts on her in the DC2 beta, like most people, who either had zero thoughts or just hated her. In All-Stars, I liked her in the first half, and then, you know, she kind of dragged on and overstayed her welcome, like fighting with Jake and stuff, but I loved her plot with Hunter. It reminded me of my now ex, which, coincidentally, Hunter is also now her ex, so, R.I.P., I guess I'll have him. But yeah, I love... And then in Disventure Camp 2 Remake, I just straight up love Allie. She's cute, she's sweet, she makes fun moves, you know? She has a nice, like, cute romance arc with Hunter. I like her a lot, I really do. And that season actually made me excited to see her again. That's pretty much my thoughts on that. Spencer, please go far. I know Spencer is the popular pick among a lot of the favorites to win. And yeah, obviously I'm no different. I would really like Spencer to go far because, low-key, I'm gonna be honest, I quit DC4 after he got eliminated because the season was already starting to get a bit old and boring for me. And then you eliminate, like, the biggest source of conflict, and then you focus all in on that internal conflict bullshit, and, like, I just don't fucking care anymore. Like, now the season's so boring, and from what I've heard online, I think that was the right call, because, yeah, DC4 kind of falls off. Logan. Oh man, I'm a flipper, and I'm still gonna win, and the writers are gonna suck me off, and I'm gonna be so great. Oh yeah, I'm Logan. Sorry, I don't want to be one of those, Logan sucks people, even though, yeah, he fucking does, and I'm so glad he's not in this cast, because I know Jared probably convinces himself that Logan is a fan favorite. I just want Spencer to be a villain, again. In the intro, he's seen doing some villainous shit, and, like, fuck yes, don't make this total friendship and shit. I want him to, like, be a conflict starter again. I just want more Spencer. Lake, I find her really boring, and she's just part of a friendship alliance, or with Aiden, Tom, and Rosa, but we leave Rosa out of this. I don't really have much to say on Lake. I don't think the remake of DC2 really changed my thoughts on her at all. I don't know, I mean, I'm glad she's back over, but, like, I don't know, I would have wanted to see more Tess, I guess. Tom, get off my screen. I thought he was pretty good in DC1. In All-Stars, he's a fucking annoyance, and he pisses me off. I hate dumb himbo characters who aren't named Wayne, because they get annoying really fast. I don't fuck with Tom anymore, bro. I don't want to see him back. And he has a spin-off. I'm like, why is he here? I don't want to keep watching Tom do shit, bro. Though there is a character later who might make me excited to see Tom, but that is more about his thing, and less about Tom's thing, but whatever. Natalia, very excited to see back. This might be a controversial opinion, I think, because a lot of people hate Natalia. However, I really liked Natalia. I loved her in DC4. I thought she was funny. I thought she was kind of charming. I mean, she's very much an acquired taste. You don't fuck with us, Natalia stans. And I was pretty much predicting that she'd come back in DC5 because, I remember when the season first started out, people loved Natalia. They don't really much anymore, but they love her. They loved her back then, and you know that's what the favorites' decision was based on back then. So why Anastasia is coming back and not Linda, I'll never fucking know. But but this is about Natalia. However, a lot of her fans dropped off. I remained loyal and still one of them, and I was just waiting for her to do something big. But then she got kicked off 10th, and I was like, oh, damn it! I wanted to see more Natalia, so I was very excited to see her come back, and hopefully she can, you know, make some more big moves this time. You know, I really hope that she makes a deep run. As for Rosa, please go far. Rosa might be, like, a top 2 character for me. Like, her and Hunter, I love them both so much. And I really want her to go far, and I really want her to have a story that's distinctly her. However, something in the back of my mind tells me that Odd Nations only brought her back because it's like, oh, Rosa was left out of All-Stars, so let's bring Rosa back here because she was the only one who didn't get a second chance there. And it's like, yeah, I understand the reason. A lot of people predicted that Rosa would come back this season, including me, even though she probably wasn't, like, exactly a fan favorite. But we were all right, you know? Like, she did come back. Though I would say she's probably a fan favorite nowadays due to DC2 remake. She was, like, a moderately liked character before then, at least. But, oh my god, I really just want to see Rosa's story, you know? Because she's mainly a support character. But I want to see a story that's about Rosa, you know? I want her arc. I want her to go far, you know? And that's pretty much all I had to say on Rosa. I love her. She's bad as fuck, too. And I want to see more of her. Like, please, girl boss the shit down. Please, don't fumble her. I would be so fucking sad if they fumbled Rosa. You have no fucking idea. They just turn her into Ashley Maria or fucking Tessa Maria again. I'm gonna kill myself. Please don't fumble Rosa. Don't do it. Aiden, I'm waiting to see more, actually. In his little, like, an audition trailer tape, he seemed to be talking a big, like, more villainous game, and his design is, like, really nice this season. So, I'd like to see more of Aiden. It's just, like, in All-Stars, he kind of floated, you know, taking a page right out of Cameron and Cody's book. But he is kind of a Cody character now that I think about it. DC2 made him more of a fanboy, but I'm not sure how much that's gonna stick around. I liked him in DC2 remake a lot, but I don't know, his whole strategic kind of half villainous thing didn't stick around for long in that season, which is what I really liked about him. He just kind of became like a James Satellite-ish. But I still liked him for the most part, and I really just think he's gonna be a thumbnail whore again, and we're gonna keep him around, and he's gonna float, and he's gonna gain views for the show, and he's not gonna make any big villainous plays. He's just gonna kind of stick around, and I don't really fuck with that. I don't really want to see him if he's just gonna fucking do that shit again, like, you know. But if he's more of a villain, I could get behind that. We gotta keep the nice guy alliance. Him, Lake, Tom, Gabby. We gotta keep those guys being a bit interesting. Oh yeah, Lake also said something about being a bit more villainous, but I'm not gonna buy that from someone who plays 17th. Fiore! Oh, Fiore on the fans team. Not the fans, the favorites team is actually my most biggest wanted pick to win. I want her to win the most out of the returning characters. However, because of that, because of Rhea, I doubt they're going to do a double finalist again, and I doubt that double finalist is going to win. And that's what holds Fiore back for me. Which sucks, because Fiore could have such a good arc this season, and I'm so excited to see her back. And I really want her to make a deep run without Alec. I think Alec's probably going to be a bit more of an early boot, a pre-merge, maybe. But as I said, I really want to see her back, and I really want to see, like, her again, you know, solo playing villain. But, like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I just don't. But I don't have any faith in Nations, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. If they let Fiore make another deep run, then color me surprised, bend me over, call me Sally. But, man, I just know she's not gonna win, and that breaks my heart. But regardless, let's move on to the fans. I don't know why I keep fucking these guys up. Ernesto, first on this list. Get off my screen. I'm so bored of these old characters who their whole personality is just, I'm old, and then they fucking make their way super far and outplace other people. A hot take, Miriam is a very boring and very lame winner. It would be like if Beta Rosa won DC2. Actually, scratch that. It'd be like if Rosa just won DC2, period. Like, yeah, she was a good character, but she didn't deserve to win. Like, she didn't really do much outside of that. Like, she was just a support character. And then Richard, I thought, was fine. You know, they needed a funny character with Richard. I don't know, for some reason Richard just didn't click with me. But, you know, I can get behind what they were trying to do. With Ernesto, though, he just seems very derivative of Miriam and Richard, and it doesn't seem like he has anything new to bring to the table. And I really just hope they subvert, like, the old person who goes far trope, and they just fucking kick him off early, because, God, I don't want to see this bitch anymore. I don't want to see that trope. I'm so sick of it. I just find it so boring. But you know what? They're probably gonna do that again, because in Season 1, we had Miriam and Jake. That was the duo. Where the old guy supported the old person supported the insecure one. And then with DC4 we had Richard and Logan, which was the same thing. Old person supporting the young insecure guy. And then in the goddamn intro we have Ernesto and Ren being a duo. And I'll get to Ren when I get to him, but it just makes me feel like we're gonna see the same fucking trope again. It'd be kind of interesting if Ernesto was a villain, and, you know, someone confides with him with some personal information, and then he uses that against them while putting on a facade. But judging by the trailers, I know that's not gonna happen. He's just another, like, lame old person. Whatever. Moving on, we have Aubrey, who I am very excited to see. I don't really have much to say on her other than she's a lot like Emma if she didn't have Chase attached to her. She's just a very cute, fun, eccentric personality, and I don't really have much more to comment on with her. But yeah, I'm just excited to see her again. A lot of people say her design sucks, but I don't know, I kind of like it. Moving on, we have Bruno. I'm also pretty excited to see Bruno. He's very much Sierra without Cody. And Sierra is an acquired taste, but I don't know. I kind of really like Sierra. Okay, scratch that. I like Sierra. I don't love her. I don't really like her. I just like her. And I think a lot of that just has to deal with the fact that her being a super fan of Cody Drama is like set a footnote compared to her Cody thing. While being a Disventure Camp super fan is Bruno's whole thing. And I feel like, I know he talks about being like a personal finance or whatever the fuck, I don't really pay attention to their job descriptions, but he's all like, the Rias and Alex aren't gonna manipulate me, I won't fall for any of their tricks. It'd be really funny if like Alec was manipulating him, and he just went along with it because he's like, OMG, the Alex Disventure Camp is trying to manipulate me. I never thought this day would come. I think that'd be really funny, and I think that'd be really cute. Where am I at here? And yeah, that's what I want to see with Bruno. I don't know. I just like his character. He's funny. He's this Disventure Camp super fan. He's kind of chuddy, but you know, whatever. Then we have Aliwa. So let me get this straight. She acts like Gabby. She sounds like Gabby. And she loves animals like Gabby. Now, I might be wrong on that last part, because, because I just made too many Gabby connections, and that one just kind of manifested itself in my head. But she's very derivative of Gabby, and maybe this might be the point, because Aubrey and Allie are a bit similar. Aura and Anastasia are kind of similar. You know, maybe that's kind of the point. But and then Bruno mentions Aiden in his audition tape. You know, maybe that's the point. Maybe I could see that. But like, at least I can tell they're separate characters. Aliwa just feels like an Echo fighter, and I don't know. I just want her to kind of go home early, because I don't need Gabby 2 running around, you know. We already have Gabby in this cast in the first place. Like first of all, either you keep Aliwa and take Gabby off the cast, or you keep Gabby like you should, because she's a fan favorite and she belongs in this season, and replace Aliwa's character with something different. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, maybe like each character selected in this cast corresponds to another fan, because like each character is a duo, if that makes sense. But I don't know. Aliwa, the similarities are just too apparent, and I don't really care for her, I guess, yet. Maybe I will later, but she just seems like Gabby too. Finn. Please do not get the Ted treatment. People have been talking about the Ted treatment with this guy, where he's this kind of hyped up villain, and he just gets booted early, and if that were to happen, I would kill myself, because he reminds me, first of all, he's a performing arts major, which is fucking awesome. I love performing arts. I'm in them myself. Second of all, his whole thing is just being a bad bitch and not giving a shit that people think he's evil and whatever. And I'm so down for a character like that. Plus, a lot of the fans seem like just nice characters. And we need someone like Finn around to keep things from being too chummy. But given what happened to Ted and how they don't like writing male characters as much, I just have my doubts that I just doubt that they're gonna do anything with him. And they're just gonna fumble him or something. But I don't know. Give me more of these generic total drama villains, dude. I know it's kind of a weird writing choice to be like, oh, dumb it down for me. But I just feel like Disventure Camp takes itself too seriously, and then I start caring less. Just give me a bad guy, you know? Like, just a fucking mustache-twirling bad guy. Not like Rhea, though. Not... because Rhea is as bad as Mal, bro. What am I trying to say here? Okay. I love Finn's archetype of character. Like, Yule, Ripper, fucking Jack Horner, where they're just shitty people, and they know they're shitty people. And by God, do they take pride in that. And I'm just so excited to see Finn, because I love his archetype, and I love to see him do more. Oh, and I said we'd get to this later, but with Tom, there's like the scene in the trailer where he's like flirting with Tom and trying to like get in his pants and stuff. A lot of people hate this, but I am really fucking excited to see it, because he is a fucking drama starter, bro, and he's trying to start shit and do evil things and fucking trying to get a married man to cheat on his husband, you know? Oh my god, slay the house down. Slay, bitch, like, fuck yeah. Nara, she's just kind of Gwen-ish. You're just kind of Trent. I'm kind of waiting to see more. A witch, if she's like Olivia, or is it Olive in Reality Resort, that'd be kind of lame. If she's like an actual witch though, because, you know, Nina exists in this series, like, that'd be kind of cool. She can cast spells and shit, like, make this shit more cartoony. I guess this is why she's in waiting to see more tier. He's just kind of good vibes. I see him growing on me. He would be an but I like his design. He seems all big and friendly and cool. Don't really see him going that far, though. Evie, she would be and get off my screen for the same reason as Ernesto, but I'm gonna put her in waiting to see more, because she just seems like a comedic relief character, and a very different style of comedic relief, like, kind of like Miss Piggy or something, if that makes sense. I don't really have much thoughts on her, just, I guess, mixed feelings, sort of. Like, I'm anticipating something with her, and I'd be excited to see that. Aura. You see, if I made this about a week ago, Aura would have gone here. But now that I'm thinking about it, oops. Aura is waiting to see more. Because we have a few too many girl boss characters. We have Rhea, and then we have Overstasia. And Overstasia's already in this cast. And Aura is just like... Aura seems like it's almost the third iteration of it. Like, another attempt to replicate Heather that just probably won't succeed. And, you know, we had Rhea, and then we had Julia, which, it feels weird to say that Rhea came before Julia, but it's true. And then we have Overstasia, and it's like, I thought that Aura would be more like MK or something, which maybe I'm just racist because they're both Asian chicks, but judging by the trailers, she just kind of seems like another girl boss. Or like another Heather, which, I like her design. I think she's cute. She's cute in an attractive way, not like Aubrey and Allie, where they're cute personality. No, they're also cute. Never mind. I don't know, because you see, I like the girl boss characters, but then you have Overstasia and Rhea, where in a 26 episode format, they just stick around way too long, and you kind of get bored of them. And you're like, okay, can we wrap this up? We've been through this before, you know, we already had Heather, we already had Julia. That's probably why I like Julia so much. Because the reboot seasons are only 13 episodes, you know, I don't really get sick of her. Even though MK should have replaced her in Reboot 2, but whatever. However, with Overstasia and Rhea, 26 episodes, like, made me get a bit bored and sick of them. So I feel like, if Aura is a girl boss, that'd be one thing. But if she's a pre-merge antagonist, then I could probably get behind that, because we wouldn't be seeing her for very long. However, if she's more like MK, then I could probably be okay with her sticking around a little bit longer. I just want Finn to kind of take over and be the big baddie. Ren, the only thing that worries me is his little friendship with Ernesto in the intro. Oh, oops, I can't put this away. Okay, the only thing that worries me is his little friendship with Ernesto in the intro. It makes me worried he's just gonna be another Jake and Logan character, which I hope not. He seems to be a bit more cunning and villainous compared to those guys, which I hope that's what they stick with. But his little thing, his little audition tape where he's all like, da 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 da. I thought that was cute. I thought that was, that just made me very excited to see him. He seems like a very eccentric, jack of all trades character. You know, I'm excited to see him. But if he becomes like Jake and Logan, I'm killing myself, and I'm gonna hate this guy. But the way he is right now, I'm excited to see him. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Disventure Camp fans versus favorites so far. Yeah, this seems, as you can tell, my thoughts on this are pretty mixed, because judging by how there's like 4 in each category, kinda. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't really have an intro. Subscribe. Please don't let this video, like, become my most fucking viewed ever again. Like, please don't. I would kill myself. Okay, goodbye.